Hello everyone, my name is Isabel Tu Yuan Yi. My matrix number is 33DCE20F2021.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to do another stimulation which is the severity of quenching. So first of all, we need to know what is quenching. Quenching in material science, quenching is the rapid cooling of a workpiece in a quencher to obtain specific material properties. This is a type of heat treatment which prevents undesired low temperature process such as phase transformation from occurring due to extremely high rates of cooling. Other than that, we also need to know the meaning of eutectic temperature. It is the temperature at which eutectic reaction occurs in a phase diagram. Lastly, martensite. Martensite is a hard and very brittle solid solution of carbon in iron that forms the main constituent of hardened steel is called martensite. Its microstructure is usually needle-like, thus depicting its brittle nature. So the objective of this stimulation is to study the hardness of medium carbon steel samples and their microstructures under the following condition, which is as received, anneal, normalized, water quench, ice quench, and also oil quench. The apparatus used are 6 medium carbon steel samples, furnace at 910 degrees Celsius, tongs, Rockwell hardness testing equipment, beakers, oil and ice quenching mediums, optical microscope, polishing machine with abrasive, belt grinder, abrasive paper, flat glass plate with wooden framework, electric hot air blower, cotton needle reagent, Rockwell hardness testing machine. So step 1, we need to obtain 6 identical samples of medium carbon steel and keep one sample aside as the control sample. Step 2 is alternate all 5 samples for 30 minutes at 910 degrees Celsius. And then we need to set the furnace temperature to 910 degrees Celsius. Step 3 is to remove the samples from the furnace and quench them in different mediums. So first of all, we put them in oil. After that, we put one of the samples in water. And then brine. And we put one of the samples at room temperature, and the last sample we cool in the furnace until it is 400 degrees Celsius. Once all samples are cooled to room temperature, each sample is polished and microstructure is observed under a microscope as shown in the subsequent steps. So why is the sample alternized for 30 minutes? It is to Step 4 is to obtain a flat surface on the specimens by belt grinding. Step 5 is support a polished paper of 1/10 fineness on a flat glass plate. Polish the specimen rubbing in forward direction only. Move to the next finer paper, which is 2/0 and also 3/0, once the scratches on the specimen are uniform. While changing from one paper to another, the specimen and your hand should be clean, free from the abrasive of the previous paper, and the specimen turned to 90 degrees so that the scratches from the previous paper are at right angles to the scratches from the next paper. Step 6 is to finish polishing the specimen on 4/. Step 6 is to finish polishing the specimens on 4/10 abrasive paper. After that, wash hands and also the specimen. Step 7 is to do the fine polishing on the disc polishing unit. After fine polishing, clean off the polished surface of the specimens with water and dry it with an electric hot air blower. Step 8 is to etch the specimens with 2% of needle reagent by swabbing for a few seconds. After that, wash and dry it. Needle reagent is a name given to an oxidizing agent solution composed of aqueous nitric acid and also ethanol. Next, step 9 is to examine the specimens under the microscope and also observe the structural features. So this is for 500 times of the scope, and while this is for 100 times for the scope. So as we can see, this is a new structure features, and this is for normalize, this is for ice quench, this is for oil quench, and the last one is water quench. Which medium give the most severe quench? Ice cream. Step 10. After noting the microstructure features of the sample, perform the Rockwell hardness test using the cone indenter for all 6 samples. Step 11. The hand wheel is turned until the specimen is in contact with the indenter and the pointer of the smaller dial gauge reach the red dot, so that minor load of 10 kg is applied. After that, the major load is set and the motor is switched on. The hand lever is kept in load position for 15 seconds, and then the reading is noted down using the C scale.
So step 13, the values are noted for all the 6 specimens. As you can see, this is the observation of the microstructural features for anneal, while this is for normalized, ice quench, oil quench, and lastly the microstructural features for water quench. Next is 500 times, which is for anneal, normalized, ice quench, oil quench, and also lastly water quench. That's all from me. Thank you.